Hey, what's up everybody? This is version 5 of this video. Katakawa, or Kato as I like to call them, they have been doing everything in their power for me to not get this video out. So I'm just gonna say, this version has gameplay. However, there will be a Google Drive link in the description. It should be the top link that will lead to a version of anime footage. So thank you for your understanding, and I'll see you on the video. Alright, let's get on to it. This video may be a little more serious than the rest of my catalog, or at least the majority of my catalog, maybe excluding why a silent voice works. However, it will not be covering as sensitive topics, and also there are major spoilers for Made in Abyss ahead. If you have not watched Made in Abyss, go ahead, watch it, and then come back here so that you actually understand what's kind of going on. Thank you for understanding. I've been wanting to make more serious stuff recently, move away from gaming, and just sort of do stuff that I enjoy when I enjoy it. So thank you for your understanding, and let's get on to the video. Made in Abyss is not only a manga and anime series, but also a master of Facade. It ropes you in with a cute, unique art style, and then 8 episodes in, something happens. A tone switch. After running into Ozen, the Seeker camp, they realize that they may be up for an even harder challenge than they thought. However, things pick up further with the addition of Nanachi in episode 9. Nanachi appears to be some sort of weird human-rabbit hybrid who rescues Reg and Riko. After Reg carries a nearly dead Riko to Nanachi's home for healing, we see a blob. A blob with a human eye, a human mouth, and, of course, skin. From the way that Nanachi talks about it, we can tell that something is up from the beginning. However, it's not until the next episode that we actually find out what that is. The thing with her blob is that it has a name, which is Midi, but more importantly is what it doesn't have. At least anymore. It's humanity. It was lost in death. Well, death isn't the right word. A loss of soul may be a better choice of words. They're still alive by definition, but only in the sense that a plant is alive. Midi acts on instinct and doesn't think or have the ability to decide. Again, similarly to a plant, just doing as their instincts tell them and nothing else. Despite this, Midi's former self is still there, figuratively. Riko, after her recovery, recalls something strange. She recalls going down an ever-shrinking tunnel, followed by a room with only one thing. A hole with the girl on the other side. A girl who's crying out of pain. Her existence in this current blob form is nothing but pain. Ever since she was transferred into a blob, all she has known is pain. From experiments, from being used as medicine by Nanachi, from everything. She has to relearn how to live, how to move, how to do anything. All she has known in this blob form is challenge, pain, sadness, and nothing else. Knowing this, Nanachi decides to use Reg's incinerator to free Midi's soul. The reason this has to happen is that Midi is sort of half immortal. Midi's current blob form cannot be injured. It can only be incinerated. It can only be dissolved. Therefore, Reg's incinerator is required. Midi's soul is freed, which allows her to experience an emotion other than pain. As this happens, Riko sees a manifestation of Midi rise and disappear into what is presumably a better place. Even despite Midi's loss of herself, Nanachi still loves her, takes care of her, deals with her. Nanachi, despite coming off as cold, is clearly a better person than most of us. I'm not calling her a tsundere, because that'd be false. Although her character does seem to have some similarities to one, she is never a terrible or bad person who goes out of the way to make Reg and Rico's lives harder. She's merely a spectator until she reveals herself to a nearly dead Rico. Although this may seem cold, and you may think, why didn't she reveal herself quicker? She relates to Rico and Reg in this situation. She has been in this situation before. She has seen one of her friends die as she could do nothing about it except for desperately cry. She doesn't want Reg to go through the same pain she felt. And there's something about that that just hits you whenever you realize that. After seeing Midi's death, keep in mind, Midi was only a character we knew for about an episode and a half. And even seeing her death really impacts you. It's definitely one of the more emotional things I've seen. Even anime themed around death don't seem to do what Made in Abyss did as well as it did. Which is amazing, how you can get a character that's barely a character and then boom, just develop them like that, and then you know their whole entire story, you feel for them, and then it happens. They die. However, you don't feel sadness, or at least not entirely sadness. You almost feel relief in a weird way. It's the same sort of relief that comes when a wounded animal, something that clearly won't be able to live for too much longer, something that is maybe slashed up, something that has its leg chopped off, an ear chopped off, half of its jaw is gone. It won't be able to eat anymore because it's just too damaged in the mouth. It's barely able to move. It's the same sort of relief you feel when something like that dies. It's not a happy occasion, but it's not necessarily sad. And it's a weird emotion. It's incredibly weird. However, I believe that it's an emotion you have to experience for yourself. Please, please, please watch Made in Abyss. It's great. If you liked Girls Last Tour after my video on that, you'll really like Made in Abyss. It's very similar in my opinion. And yeah. Either way, I'll try not to make the next video as serious. If you like this video, you want to see more like it, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.